Amway Coaches Poll.
Oklahoma State rallied to beat Texas Tech in a shootout on Saturday. Really impressive win for the Cowboys. They did it through the air, they did it on the ground. They held off a really good Texas Tech offensive attack, which accumulated 642 total yards of offense. Oklahoma State eventually won 70-53. They pulled away in the fourth quarter and one of the highest scoring games in regulation without overtime in college football history. Georgia continues to disappoint, having lost 3 of the last 4 games, yet again to a really good team in the SEC, again proving maybe they just can't hang with the big boys. On the other hand, Florida has basically wrapped up the SEC East in a very surprising and successful first season under head coach Jim McElwain. The Gators do it with their defense. There's no stopping them right now. They're going to be cruising into the SEC championship game. Minnesota had the game just about in its hands. 2 plays from the goal line that would have essentially slowed the roll on the Jim Harbaugh train. Yet a questionable play call and then a decision not to go for a field goal to force overtime allowed Michigan to hang in there and make 2 goal line stops to win the game and win the Little Brown Jug. Notre Dame continues to roll. Their only loss again this season has been to Clemson, which is right now a playoff contender. The Irish beat Temple in the biggest game in program history, where the Owls played a whole lot better than everyone thought that they would, hung around late until Deshaun Kaiser basically single-handedly won this game for Notre Dame. Right now, they seem in really good position to really contend as an independent for one of the 4 spots in the 4-team college football playoff. Stanford needs to be careful. This is a team that I think is one of the best teams in the country, but they do have one loss, a week 1 loss to Northwestern. Now, they barely beat Washington State in their toughest road game left, but now you don't have a big game until Notre Dame at the end of the season. Stanford needs to not play as weak, not start as slow, if they want to remain a title contender. Stanford needs to get it going and get it going fast in these games and not let teams hang around like they did to Washington State.
Amway Coaches Poll.